Hello and welcome back to HD Racing and to Forza Motorsport. Man, it's been a while since I've been here, but it's thanks to you that I'm checking it out again. At least some of you who let me know in the comments of my latest videos that Update 20 really brought a lot of good things to Forza Motorsport, one of which being the new track Fujimi Kaido. Or returning track, I should say, because it was in Forza Motorsport 4, which I never played, so I never experienced that. And I also never drive the track here in the new Forza Motorsport. I just saw glimpses of it in videos, but yeah, I just want to check it out for myself. And this is exactly what this is going to be. We're just gonna drive the track, real chill, and check it out and see what it is like and what it is about. So without further ado, let's go. We are, by the way, in the 1993 Nissan Skyline GTR V-Spec. I thought this would be kind of a fitting car for what we're about to do here, because this is a Japanese-themed track. And from what I've seen, it's a very twisty, windy, yeah, just a track that is not your standard racing track, I should say. So this is also why we are not gonna race it today. We're just gonna check it out, and I'll just give you my first impressions and what I think of it. And maybe we can do more on it later on. But for now, let's go. As I said, I'm not gonna do like stupid racing here. Like, I'm not gonna go crazy fast. I'm just gonna see what this is about. I mean, already I can say this looks quite stunning. I mean, one thing is vegetation. If you look closely, it still looks like kind of artificial. But other than that, just the environment looks really, really great. And that's a big compliment to the developers, which I always felt Forza Motorsport was graphically lacking behind Forza Horizon 5, which was an older game. But to me, always Forza Motorsport looked a little bit worse. But for this, I would say this is pretty great from what I've seen so far. I also really like these twisty roads. It seems to be built into some kind of a mountain, which, yeah, it's perfect. It really fits the theme of Japanese driving. It's probably really great for drifting as well, which I'm not good at, especially not on a wheel, which I'm on at the moment. But yeah, so far looking really good and authentic. Like, looking at these signs and everything. I mean, you're supposed to drive on the left. We're also sitting on the right. It's totally fitting for the environment here. And yeah, so far, so good, I would say. I, by the way, set this on, I think, afternoon from a setting and with lots of time progression. So we should have some, well, lighting changes. I think you could call it that. And by the way, another thing why this is probably looking really good and also probably a lot better than my previous footage that I have on the channel on Forza Motorsport. Well, I have upgraded my graphics card in the meanwhile, and that means that I now can run Forza Motorsport on ultra settings, and I even have ray tracing enabled on auto, so it's probably not like super crazy with all the effects, but it's on. I'm not that great at spotting what actually is due to ray tracing, what you can see in the environment, but I have to say it looks good, and as I said, very authentic. So yeah, for now I should also like these rumble strips here, pretty amazing. And I just also look at this view. Maybe we can, where have I? There's where I have that bound, and then we can probably just, yeah, take a look at this. Is that Mount Fuji in the background? Could be. Yeah, looking really good. Let's maybe also drive a little bit in chase perspective. I mean, not really realistic, and I'm driving a wheel and always feels a little bit weird when you're on a wheel and have the camera like this, but just to spot more details, maybe look at this. Like, just the distant scenery, they really did super well, I think. I really like this. And yeah, like how everything throws shadows onto the street, onto the car, and yeah, even with these tunnels. And you can see the other road on the left side where we just were. Maybe not. Or maybe this is actually, I don't see it on the map. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, scenery-wise, it looks really great, really authentic. I do like it. But let's go back to cockpit perspective here and check out more of this track. I've heard that it is also very long. I'm not quite sure if it is longer than a Nordschleife. Could be. I couldn't tell, but it's definitely very different. I mean, this is not a racetrack, but it's a track where you can do racing on, I think. It's probably very different, but you can also do drifting, which this is pretty much perfect for, I would say. I'm not a drifter, I'm really bad at it, but yeah, I can definitely see that this would work very well here. And yeah, I can just repeat myself. This looks really gorgeous and stunning. So yeah, while I think that Forza Motorsport always lagged a little bit behind Forza Horizon 5 and just the wow effect in terms of like what's on the screen, but like look at this. Wow. Okay, we need to back up here and then maybe once again go to this perspective, and yeah, this looks really great. And yeah, atmosphere 10 out of 10, I have to say. Really amazing. That's going too far. There we go. Let's see what else we can see here. If I didn't say that before, just huge thanks to all the people that let me know in the comments. Really amazing. Let me know in the comments that this track is now in the new Forza Motorsport and that I should really check it out, because yeah, this is a pretty amazing experience. And I think just driving this like this, just I've disabled quite a lot of HUD elements so that I have just the bare bones, the basics. I didn't want all this like timing and section timers and I don't know, and drift UI and whatever. Just have the speedometer and the map, and other than that, just raw driving experience, which I do really like. So this is something I feel like that has been missing from Forza Motorsport. It did do the racing quite well, but everything else, like it didn't have drifting in the beginning, and there was no meetups, no nothing, but those, as far as I've heard and seen, are also now in the game. So you can just do like a track day at the Nordschleife, for example, or drift meetups, then go tandem drifting or something like that. I've not tried this yet, but it seems like a very good direction that the developers are going in with Forza Motorsport. Yeah, once again, check this out. A little bit too much brush here, but yeah, it's definitely very pretty. And as I said, like the distant detail just looks amazing. But also all these roadside objects here looking pretty good. I do really like this. And yeah, also from the track layout, I mean, it's probably quite hard to learn. And probably if I wanted to race on here, I would have to enable the racing line, or at least the braking line, so that I don't crash into a wall because I didn't see a hairpin coming or something. But yeah, I'm not there yet at all anyway. As I said, just doing a little bit of driving here. Nothing crazy. Yeah, this looks really great, and like just from a graphical standpoint and from just the atmosphere, I think this is far beyond anything else that we have in Forza Motorsport. Some tracks, like the Nordschleife for example, are quite great, but there are some details that aren't quite correct, and especially in the night there are just way too many lights that... Wait, what is this? Okay, that would be a really scary moment probably in a race situation. I think we just crossed the summit here, and are we gonna go back down? Or are we just gonna continue up? I don't know yet. And so far, it seems like we're still going up. Yeah, but maybe, yeah, it looks like we will be going down again. So maybe, yeah, I think this is even an actual circuit, not like we have, for example, in Forza Horizon, where it's like sprint races where you have a start and an end point. Need to be careful here. So I think this is still a circuit which, yeah, we are gonna go back down to where we started, if I'm not mistaken. Wanted to try a little bit of drifting, but yeah, I really shouldn't. As you can see, I am not good at that at all. So let's turn this around and don't do anything stupid here. But yeah, like even this section here where you have a lot more like open spaces where you can see a lot further, it just looks amazing. We can go a little bit faster, at least try to. I still don't want to crash the car. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything, should I? Always, like, if you don't know where exactly the track is going, it's sometimes really difficult to judge. Because there's a lot of blind corners here, so yeah, as I said before, I think racing on here is probably quite difficult. But maybe something we should check out in the future. So yeah, I've rambled on now quite a bit about what I think, and I think you now know what I think of this track. In terms of what I think of Forza Motorsport, I'm not quite sure, I have to say. I'm really enjoying a lot of other titles at the moment, more sim-focused ones, I have to say. But maybe Forza Motorsport is something I can fit in every once in a while still and will bring you some content on it. And this is where you come in. So what I would like to ask you is, would you like to see more Forza Motorsport? I mean, I know that I started the channel with Forza Motorsport, so there are a lot of people who came to the channel because of it. And I would like to know, are you still playing, and would you like to see me play it again? Or at least a little bit more? And then the question, what do you like? Would you like to see? So should I do stuff like this where I just drive around and talk about things, or should I do online races, or maybe meetups? I'm not quite sure how that would work, if that's even, if you would need people to join that, so if that's a private thing. Let me know all of that stuff, because I really don't know much about it yet. But yeah, let me know if you would like to see more Forza Motorsport on the channel, and if so, what? And then maybe I can see what I can do. Let's maybe say, if this video gets to, like, say 50 likes, then I will definitely do another Forza Motorsport video. How about that? I think that should be kind of reasonable. There are still a lot of people who would like to see Forza Motorsport, then why not? And look at this view. This is breathtaking. I think just environment detail, they do so well in this. This is really great. This really has some Forza Horizon vibes for me. I mean, Forza Horizon is just the pretty open world with lots of changing scenery and different biomes and all of that. And it, to my eyes, looks really great, and is really great for just driving around and having fun. Forza Motorsport never has been that, but I think with this track it really can be. And I also wonder, like, how will this look in different lighting conditions and different weather. Yeah, I think this is really, really amazing to look at. And I think we're actually coming to the end of the lap here. Yeah, this must have been the pit entry. So, yeah, final conclusions. Thanks a lot to all the people who let me know that I should check this out. It really was a joy to drive already, and I probably will be driving it more. Actually, I will just continue for now, and well, gonna do this on my own. I don't wanna bore you. I've talked about what I think, and I really wanna now know what you think. And yeah, let me know what you would like to see if I should do more Forza Motorsport content. Let me know down in the comments. And yeah, if this video gets to 50 likes, as I said, then I will do more Forza Motorsport. Well, it will depend on what you would like to see, what I'm gonna do, but I will try to get something in. Yeah, that's it from me for now, as the lighting conditions actually do change now. It seems like we're going to the evening. This is a perfect time then, I think, to end the video here. I want to thank you a lot for watching, and yeah, I've been HD Racing. I will hopefully see you in the next one.